Welcome to your midweek call to rest, your midweek meditation. Morning. I've got a smashed phone screen, so it's like it's adding this extra bit of life down in the bottom corner, which is quite fun. So it's not a filter, it's just the added special effects. Welcome as you settle into the space, come to sit and make yourself comfortable, whether that means sitting in a chair, sitting up against the wall. Just take a minute to find what feels good for you. And when you land in what feels good for you, or what you think, with the thinking mind, what you think feels good for you, let your body tell you whether that's okay, whether that place that you've arrived is where you want to be. So that might involve just closing down the eyes and taking a couple of gentle breaths there. And just noticing the feedback from your body. If your body is asking to move, then honour that. Let yourself find something more comfortable. I tend to often sit cross-legged for meditation, but that doesn't have to be the way that you sit. You can sit in a chair, you can sit with the legs straight, with the back supported, any way that feels good for you. I just ask that you avoid lying down, because the tendency is to go to sleep at this time of the morning. And once you've found your place, can you settle? Can you let there be some stillness here? And if stillness isn't quite where you're at, that's okay. And sometimes through coming into stillness and closing the eyes, the mind begins to wake up. So notice if that happens for you. Notice that if by coming to sit in stillness with the eyes closed, the mind begins to get a little louder. Maybe it's trying to tell you all of the things that you need to do today. If it is, acknowledge it. It's not doing anything wrong. As you sit here in stillness with the eyes closed, bring your awareness to the face. And relax the muscles of the face. Relax your jaw. Let your lower jaw drop away from your upper jaw. Can you relax your teeth? Relax your tongue. Relax your throat, your shoulders, your chest and belly. And as you relax this front line of the body, the jaw, the shoulders, the chest, the belly, see if you can let that softness melt down into the hips and the pelvic floor. Feel yourself ground into the earth. Rooting down into the earth as you soften. And even though the front line of the body is soft, the belly is soft, the spine is long, spine is tall, and perhaps even on the next in-breath you find this little lift through the spine. And on the out-breath we focus on that softness that allows us to feel rooted and stable. So each in-breath provides a little length, and each out-breath an opportunity to ground and root. And know that if the mind is busy, and that's okay, we're not here to stop the mind thinking. A really common misconception with meditation, that the mind just won't think when we meditate, or that that's the goal. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, I'd really like you to focus on emptying the lungs completely as you breathe out. And then naturally the diaphragm will respond to that extended exhale. The diaphragm will do its own work for you to breathe in, so you don't even need to think about that. It will just happen. Breathe out fully. Push out all of the air in the lungs. Diaphragm responds and you breathe in. And it's like it knows the perfect amount of air to take in as well. So find your rhythm with that. Breathing all the way out. Allowing the diaphragm to respond to breathe in. Allowing your in-breath to cascade into the exhale, that your awareness is pushing out of the body. Automatic inhale. You might start to find that there's a little pause between the exhale and the inhale. Trust that pause, trust that moment of stillness. Your body will do the work, your body will call the breath back in. And then perhaps there's a momentary pause at the top of the inhale, and you're not forcing these. They will potentially just arise for you, and if they don't, you're still doing it. You're still doing the practice. So don't get caught up in that. Breathing all the way out on the exhale. The total awareness of trying to empty the lungs. Naturally let the breath come in on the inhale. The more you empty, the more you'll breathe in. Trusting that at the bottom of each exhale is an in-breath just waiting for you. The diaphragm will draw it in. You don't need to do a single thing to breathe in. Beautiful. And then let that go. Let your natural breath return. And notice how you feel now in comparison to before you did the breath practice. Notice how the mind is. Allow your breath to be really gentle, really natural here. As you just rest in the residue of the breath practice. Perhaps if the mind is busy, can you create a little distance, almost a layer of awareness between yourself and the thought? Knowing that just because a thought arises doesn't mean that you are the thought, you engage with the thought. Perhaps if that thought arises, you use that exhale breath to breathe all the way out. And then allow a new breath to just come into the body. And if the thought remains persistent, moving through a couple of rounds of emptying the lungs fully and trusting the body to breathe in for you. Conscious exhale, passive inhale. And it doesn't matter how many times a thought arises. And it doesn't matter if you get carried away with the thought. If you can remind yourself to come back to the breath, release the thought, that is the practice of meditation. Doesn't matter how many times you move through that cycle. With your next exhale, allow your awareness to drop down to the earth. Notice whether you've accumulated any tension in the belly, the hips, soften. Feel yourself root. On your next in-breath, bring the awareness to the heart space, center of the chest. Breathe into that space, energetic heart center. As you breathe into that space, think about one thing that you need for your day, one word that could support you through your day. Almost a one-word intention. Strength, lightheartedness, courage, vibrancy, energy, awareness. What do you need for your day? Draw whatever it is that you need for your day into the heart space. If nothing comes forward, that's also okay. Feel the vibration of the word, the intention there in the center of your chest, in your energetic heart center. Bring the hands over the chest, left hand and then right hand to cover it, to seal the word into the body, into the heart. Big breath in here. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale here. Exhale through the mouth. Press the palms together. Bow your head to yourself in honor of your practice. Thank yourself for showing up, to taking time for you and for slowing down. I hope you have a beautiful Wednesday and a really gorgeous rest of your week. Thank you for sharing your practice with me, and I will see you very soon, my loves. Mwah. Take care.